painting today. We're also going to do some gifting. So if you are new here, I'm Christy with Christy's Craft Room.
I'm not.
That's my husband, Tim. He is sending out the text message right now to let everybody know that we are live. If you don't currently get our text messages, you can just text hello to this phone number and we will send you a text message with the link to our lives. We'll send you the link to both Facebook and to YouTube so that no matter where you prefer to watch, you'll have the link to both. So grab a screenshot so you can text us hello and start getting our notifications for when we go live. We are going to be gifting today, so come on in. Also, in case you missed it, we had our new release today, and anyone who places an order by midnight tonight with any of our 3-inch round, anything, it could be the inserts, it can be the sign bases, whatever, you are gonna get, oh, the overhead isn't on. You're not gonna be able to see that. I'm like holding it up here. You're gonna get this cute little house interchangeable 3-inch round that will work in any of our 3-inch signs, okay? Ask, you guys did those before, so however you guys did, however you did them before, is fine. Yeah, check with Kayla if you're not sure. All right, hello Miss Teresa, Miss Janet, Miss Melissa, hello Miss Sharon, Miss Candace, and Miss Patty. Hey Miss Rebecca and Amanda, how are you today? Lisa says hi, catching you live, yay! And she's over on YouTube. Hello Miss Amanda, Miss Sharon, Miss Connie, Miss Kay, thank you for sprinkling. You're gonna want to sprinkle this video, which just means to share if you aren't familiar with the Facebook world lingo of code words. Somebody who shares the video today is going to be gifted the lace set. The lace set, the lace doily, the doily set. It's called the doily on the shop, the doily interchangeable sign. And it comes with the little flower insert for you. So this we just released today and we're going to gift it to someone today. So even if you already purchased one, you could even have a second one of these to put anywhere. And something I didn't talk about with these, especially these cute little lace ones, really any of them actually. We have the blanks, so you get a 4-pack of just the round blanks with the metal discs on the back. You could Mod Podge printables or family photos, all kinds of different things on these, and it's just like a little frame and you can swap it out and change it, so that would be super super cute. So keep that in mind. So even if you already ordered this one, you could get a chance to win a second one today. All you got to do is share this video. We'll pick somebody right here at the very end of this live to be gifted that. So sprinkle away, sprinkle away. Lisa says that is adorable. Thank you, girl. Susan says that is a pretty one. This is about 4 inches. It shows on the website too. Oh, this is like 4.5 inches is this little sign here. And all the interchangeables, the round discs, are 3 inches. But we're gonna paint some of these today, okay? I don't know how many we're gonna get through. We're just gonna paint. We're gonna see how many we get through. I don't know. I don't know that I'm gonna paint all of them, but we're gonna get a good chunk of them painted with you guys today, okay? So the first thing we have to do is we have to paint the backs. I like to keep them all neutral with each other, whatever color I choose. I like to try to do the same background for all of them. That way, when I change them out and I take that one out and I put a new one in, it coordinates well. And white, I just think, is a very neutral color. It'll go with any of my sign bases and I can swap them out that way. So, but you can paint them whatever colors that you would want to paint them, because you know, you should do it the way you want to do it, and I'll do it the way I want to do it. But I'm here to inspire and give you ideas, and you can go with the ideas or you can go your own way with the ideas. We love to see the different ways you guys come up with painting yours in all the different ways. So I'm just gonna grab a random sum. Let's see, which other ones do I want to do? We definitely should do the watering can. Oh, and the chicken. The chicken, isn't he so stinking cute? So cute. All right, we'll start with those. I have 9 here. Some from the summer, some from the farm bundle, and I'll start with these. Ooh, I think I'm gonna do this one too. Oh, y'all, I just want to do them all. It's so hard to choose. Maybe I'll start.
You got to pick.
I know. Maybe I'll start by like quickly going through and painting all the bases white, because that should go quick. That should go quick, y'all. And then we can always, we'll just paint until we're tired of painting. How's that sound? When we're tired of painting, and we said, you know what, that's enough, you guys get the idea, then we'll quit, right? How's that sound? We'll just paint, hang out and paint. Sharon says, just do them all, right? Just do them all. So let me grab a sponge. Let me grab a paper plate to put my paint on.
She's got all day to paint. I don't.
Tim's like, I got things to do today. We do have things to do today though, y'all. We do. We have to go back out to Mom and Dad's today. We got to go put their house back together. We tore their house apart enough with the remodel stuff. And now it's time to put their house back together so they can start living in their home again. Yeah, because it's been long enough. It's been what? About 3 weeks? 3, 4, well, more than that. How long has it been since we initially started?
Well, it's been over a month.
It's been over a month.
Yeah, because I just had to pay the first bill on the storage.
So it's been just over a month since their home has been disrupted. They've gotten 2 room remodels happened. Updates, maybe not full. Well, really the dining room, their living room. I call it the dining room because that was the dining room our whole life growing up, but it's now their living room. But that pretty much got a whole remodel. It's got new wall paint, it's got new flooring, it's got a half wall that was taken out, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff.
I didn't do the wall though.
No, we did have, there was some brick repair work that had to be done, so we hired a company to come out and do that. But then we've done everything else since then. And the kids have been very helpful.
Yes.
Elena, my mom has, I don't even know how many, hundreds of teapots.
8,000.
She's been collecting teapots her entire adult life. And
chickens and
yeah, but it's mostly the
spoons and cups.
My mom's a collector. My mom is a collector. She went through phases of collecting different things. Teapots has never changed. She's always collected teapots. Other things my mom has collected through the years. If my sisters are on here, chime in, okay? Because I'm sure I'm going to forget some things. She's collected chickens and roosters. She's always loved chickens and roosters, so she would love the little chicken here. She's also collected spoons. You ever had the little spoon collection? She's got the little racks on the walls with all the little spoons from all the different places. Thimbles. She's got a thimble collection.
Got a thimble collection.
The little rack on the wall with all the different thimbles.
Those are cool.
She's got those. She's collected.
Yes, Tammy, you have caught us live.
She went through a duck phase where she was collecting little ducks that had like the white and country blue. Like there was ducks. A lot of people were decorating with ducks. She doesn't really have any of those left. That was a very short-lived phase, but she did decorate with ducks for quite a while. She had quite a few. I think she slowly filtered them out through the years. She used to also collect the metal tins. She had a shelf that went all the way around her kitchen, and it had the old vintage metal tins. Let's see. Yes, we are still going to display her collections. Nothing's changing. Everything that was up on the walls, we're putting back up on the walls in the exact same places.
Yep, so much that I didn't remove the screws.
Yes, we left all the screw and nail holes on the wall when we painted because we're like, they're going right back in the same places. We want to put everything back up the way that she designed it and decorated it, the way that she wanted it and loved it. We're putting it right back. So we didn't even take the screw holes out, or the screws and nails. Yep,
because I didn't want to, repair all the holes.
Just to put them back in again. And then
to put them back in.
And we would never remember where to put them back in. Like, how are you ever going to remember that, right? Oh, Connie says, sounds like my mom with precious moments in Noah's Ark. Yes. Precious Moments was a big one that people
That
collected.
was huge.
My mom had a lot of the home interiors stuff too. Y'all remember home interiors?
Are the Precious Moments things still a thing?
For some people it is. I don't know if they make new ones. I think do they make new Precious Moments now? Or is
And there
it
was
just
another one. There was
people
what was
collecting
it?
the old
Snow,
ones?
Snow babies or something?
Snow babies, yeah. I don't know if that's what they were called, but that's what they look like.
Were, but
yeah.
I think that's what they were called.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, what else? She's collected other things too. She's collected a lot of nautical stuff, but she collected those on behalf of my dad. That wasn't her collection, so we got to be fair. That wasn't her collection. She collected them because my dad loved them. Anything nautical, ship related, like their entire bedroom upstairs is all nautical ship stuff.
Sharon says she's twinning with you with the earrings. What earrings do you got?
I've got the cross. I got the Bottle Boutique cross earrings in today. Love them, love them, love them.
Lisa says snow babies are a thing.
Okay.
Are they still a thing?
Do you guys remember, you know how there's home interior parties and Tupperware parties? Do you guys remember the plant party people? No, they would literally come with artificial plants.
Oh, no.
And they would be like, they would come and our living room would look like a jungle. They would have them, so we had like an open stairway.
Does.
Well, it does because my mom has lots of plants.
Lynn says she collects crafting supplies.
That would be me. I collect crafting supplies. Yeah, but remember the plants, the fake plants. Please tell me you remember them. The fake plants. I can't be the only one.
I never.
Carol's sister collected the snow babies. Tons of Glide candle holders from Home Interiors. Home Interiors and the candles.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Who did we buy all
We
that?
actually just found an old Home Interior candle in a drawer, and it was like, it was still in pretty good shape, but it was probably from 30 years, easily 30 years ago, in a drawer that we were going through. Okay, Karen's sister had the plant party. Literally, they were sister-in-law. They had artificial plants, and they would bring them in, and they would have baskets that you could put your plants in. You could choose your basket. You could choose your plant. They had some florally ones, and
Yeah, I never.
I don't think they lasted long. I don't think that stayed around for too long.
I was gonna say that's not the kind of plant parties I remember.
That's the difference between Tim and I. You say, ooh, we had a plant party. He's thinking something else, back in the day. I'm like, artificial fake plants. Oh my gosh.
They weren't artificial.
Yeah. What else?
What the hell is an artificial fake plant? Wouldn't that be a real plant?
I was just clarifying artificial versus fake, plastic, I don't know. It was fun, but we always did the whole neighborhood though. Like the neighborhood ladies that in the neighborhood where I grew up.
Karen says she bought a cactus at the party.
Everyone had their standing home interior month. Like my mom's, like say my mom, every year in May, my mom had her home interior party. Every June, Debbie had her plant party. Every July, Sandy had her plant party. It was like each person had their dedicated,
I know, right,
and you
Savannah?
couldn't change your date because that would interfere with somebody else's date, and they'd get too close. And they shared the same home interior lady for all the years. So much so that by the time I got my own home, I started holding home interior parties. And
ask her how happy her husband was about that.
You were okay with it. I got the free stuff. You had to have the party to get the free stuff so you could decorate your home, right? Actually, I had so many points from my home interior party that I was saving up over time. I used it home interior was our little party favors at our wedding. We got the little glass round hearts, and we put a little candle, and we put a cute little note on it that said something about like, when you light this, you know, think of whatever, love and blah, 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 blah. It was cheesy. It was super cheesy, but it was free. It was wedding on a budget.
Yeah, it was.
We didn't have to go buy the candle holders. All we had to do was get the little big case of candles, put a candle in it. We wrapped it up all cute with this little tulle stuff and put a ribbon on it and a little tag. So it saved us money.
Patty said she had a Tupperware party and no one showed up, not even the agent. Oh, that's bad.
That's funny. I went through a quick stint of, I used to go do parties. I don't know if I've ever shared this before.
I know.
I do know, but this is before
I don't know
Tim.
that you've ever, no, well, you were still doing it when we started dating.
Was I still doing
it? Yeah.
Was I?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not for long. Not for long after we started.
And this was so not me in the day, like so out of my comfort zone.
Yeah,
But
no.
listen, I was a young single mama. I was desperate. I needed money. I would do anything. Okay, I would almost anything. So yeah, I used to host. I don't even think my kids know this. I used to host lingerie parties. And I used to sell lingerie, and it was pretty lingerie though. It was nice lingerie. It wasn't like it was nice. It was good quality lingerie. And yeah, I did that for a while. And I made some decent money off of it. Had some really good parties. And that was an interesting time of my life. But because it was so out of my element, but man, I would just go in there and I would put on my show and I would tell my story and not my story, but I would tell a story of like the couple and they're going on a adventure and they're wearing all these different things, and some of the things you could wear like as a dress to go out. It wasn't just long, you know, it was kind of like could go either way. You know, it was like a slip dress type thing. But yeah, I did that.
Yeah, but see, I don't okay.
I was promised the stars and the moon, and I was like, okay, you can make all kinds of money. I need money. You didn't make nearly as much as they made it sound like you were going to. You know, all of those. They sell you the stars and the moon.
Yeah. And they, you know.
I did not put it on. I did not model it. I did not model it. I did not wear it. I just held it up on a hanger and showed them all the features. It was like a fashion, nobody wear it show.
Was it Petra?
No, it was not Petra. I don't remember the name of it, but I know that wasn't it.
Yeah, I don't understand lingerie.
We might get too personal here. We might have to save this for bonus craft night. Or for craft night. Yeah. Anyways. How do we go down this? We were talking about collections. What my mom collections. And what else did she collect? I never collected anything. I was too afraid to collect things because I was afraid as soon as I started collecting things, everybody would buy it for me and I would have way more than I ever wanted or needed.
Yeah.
So I always was like avoiding collecting. Because I saw my grandma who had thousands of elephants in her house because she collected elephants and everyone bought her anything that had to do with elephants. My mom collected teapots, so everyone bought her everything that had to do with collecting teapots. And I was like, I collected children, yes, a children collector. I did, I collected children. I stopped at 4 though. I said no more. Or Tim said no more. I probably would have gone for more.
Well, we were slow learners. We were slow learners. It took a while to figure out what was causing them.
I mean, I didn't mind though. I like my babies. If we could afford to have more, we probably would have had more.
And the only reason I do have a shot glass collection.
But that was an accidental thing too.
That was because my wonderful brother-in-law, rest his soul, got me in the family Christmas thing, and he didn't know what to get me, so he bought me shot glasses. And then everybody started buying me shot glasses.
Well, and I think he got that idea because you were a bachelor when we met, and your spare room was a bar.
Well,
there was
yeah.
literally a bar set up in the spare room at his house. So I think he thought, oh, I'll get him some shot glasses for his bar. Well, then everyone's like, oh, I'll get Tim shot glasses for his bar. So he ended up with hundreds of shot glasses.
Yeah, I think the last count was like 250.
Yeah.
Yes, and now I have a koozie collection.
Now he has a koozie collection. I have a button collection.
And see, but now I have nowhere. Right now, all of my shot glasses are in totes. Renee, actually, I do collect empty Miller Lite cans.
Yeah. And then he gives them away to the local kids that are having fundraisers at school.
Yep.
Every time he sees a Facebook post that says, you know, we're collecting returnables for our school fundraiser or whatever, Tim's always like, you know, we have a bag here for you, and he gives them. Or he'll give them to the kids because he doesn't want to take them back.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There was one of the local kids, a Boy Scout, he was going for his Eagle Scout.
Yes.
And he had to collect returnables.
Well, he had to raise funds for it.
Yeah. And he had to raise funds for it, and he was collecting returnables. And
yep, we're like, we got a couple bags for you.
Yep.
He was a neighbor too, so he got more than one bag. He got multiple bags.
Yeah, he got a couple.
He was a neighbor kid.
Suzanne says she collects Christie's woodshop crafts.
Ooh, I like it. I like that kind of collecting. I like that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I collect craft supplies too. I'm trying to not be. I'm trying to use up some of what I got because I got to a point where now I have a lot of stuff again, and I need to wean through it.
Oh, get ready, guys. I'll grab some names here in a second.
I'm only buying things with intention. If I know I have a purpose for it, I'll buy it. If I don't know I have a purpose for it, I'm trying to.
Oh, is that all I have to do? Is if I have a purpose for it, I can buy it?
Well, no. Craft supplies are not as expensive as your tool toys that you like to buy. You know, I jokingly said that I'm going to start collecting Ray Dunn mugs because I love Ray Dunn, and I'm like, I'll start collecting Ray Dunn. And it's funny because now the kids, for almost every birthday, holiday, anything, I get at least one Ray Dunn mug, which I'm not complaining.
Yeah, then she goes and buys her own and gives it to one of the kids and says, here, give this to me for Mother's Day. What? It's the truth.
You can't tell my mama secrets. So I'll tell you the story. Oh boy, y'all. Elena and I were out shopping, okay? And we were at TJ Maxx. And the best place to get your Ray Dunn mugs is TJ Maxx because they're $5.99.
Let me get these names here.
Okay, get some names. Get us some names. And don't forget, guys, share this video. We're going to be gifting our doily sign base. Our doily sign base with the insert to someone at the end of this live. So make sure you share the video. Let us know in the comments that you did. Sorry,
Okay,
go ahead.
we have Angie Rodriguez, Rhea Moore, Connie Rosenberry-Hilson, Savannah Hewitt, Denise Whaler, Connie Bixler, Cindy Sarf, and Sarah Rappaport.
So the best place to buy Ray Dunn mugs, oh sorry, just got paint on you, sorry about that, is
no,
TJ Maxx.
paint on me.
TJ Maxx, they're $5.99. But when you see them, you gotta grab them because the next time you go, they only have like one of each one usually, maybe two if you're lucky, okay? And so we went and we're shopping. And I always look at their mug section just to see if they have something that I just can't live without. Something that needs to make its way to my collection, you know. And sure enough, they've got a cute little mug there that just would go darling with my collection. But it said Mom on it. And I was like, oh, Elena. I'm like, you can get this for me for Mother's Day. She's like, I don't have any money. I said, I'll buy it and you can put it away. You can give it to me for Mother's Day. And she was all about it. She was all about it, the little trader girl. She was all about it, whatever. Okay, at the time. Well, then we get home, and she goes, your wife, she's talking to Tim, to her dad, your wife, yeah, she, you don't want to know what she did? She threw me under the bus is what she did. She's like, she went and bought a Ray Dunn mug and told me to put it away and give it to her for Mother's Day. She picked out her own Mother's Day gift.
Well, at least that way it's what you want.
Right? It's what I want. I mean, you can still give me something else if you want to. It doesn't have to be the only thing. But I felt guilty buying it for myself. So if you buy it for me for a gift and then you give me something that you know I'm gonna love, you're probably gonna get the best reaction from me for that. Oh yeah, I'm painting outside the window. That's Tim's job. Tell Tim, Miss Rose has a message for you.
Hey, paint inside the window.
They're like, I can't, because it's space. You can zoom us out a little bit.
Well, then you yell at me because it's zoomed out too far.
Watch and you pay attention and you don't shop on your phone. What are we shopping for?
My Father's Day gift.
He's over here shopping, and instead of paying attention to what y'all can see. I think he needs to be written up.
Fire me.
I'm not firing you. Not happening. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. A little out of range. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Rose. I'm just teasing you. I'm not teasing Tim though. But yeah, I got what I wanted, right? I got what I wanted.
Well, yeah, this way I can get. So it's I'm gonna go buy it and tell the kids to.
Well, that doesn't count. It's okay. You got a $5.99 spending limit to buy your own gift. $5.99. I couldn't pass that one up. All right, there's just a couple here that I'm gonna touch up a little bit.
Okay. Well,
I need a little bit of an extra coating.
Because I was.
Yeah, what were you shopping for? What were you gonna buy yourself to say it was a Father's Day gift?
An F-250.
Tim does need a new truck soon.
It's only $43,500.
We are in the market. We just can't yet. We just have to. We gotta hold. His truck has to hold on just a little bit longer.
A little bit longer. But it's only $43,500.
Only. Trucks are so expensive. It's crazy.
They are. It's ridiculous.
So crazy. Right, you gotta give the hints, right? Or sometimes you just gotta buy it and say it's
Sharon, Ray Dunn is a brand of, well, it's a brand, but and it seems like they make everything.
They make a little bit of everything. They started with like pottery, like ceramics, like coffee mugs and stuff. And it's dummy proof. You never mistakenly know, like, if it's, I have a lot of it at my house. Like, I have a little tin, and most of her stuff is white, like a little bit of an off-white color, and then it has black writing on it. And it's got like the long, skinny, lined, kind of almost handwritten looking lettering on it. And like, I have a first aid kit, and it says first aid kit. And I've got a dryer sheet container. It says dryer sheets. And then I sent it back because I realized after I bought it that it was a fake. Watch out for the fakes. There's lots of fakes out there. I bought a coffee, tea, and sugar canisters. Well, it turned out they were fakes. They weren't the real thing. And everything was molding in them. So I sent them back. But it said coffee, sugar, tea.
Yeah.
So if you've seen those around, that's Ray Dunn.
Hold on.
And she makes a lot of, like, a bowl. And I have a bowls, and they say ice cream. I've got a salt and pepper shakers, and they say salt, pepper, which most do anyways, I suppose. But, oh yeah, I've got Ray Dunn mugs here. Hello, Miss Kathy. Yeah, I've used my coffee mugs on the lives here many a times. Many times. All my mugs are almost all Ray Dunn. So, and they're nice big mugs, and they hold a lot. So if you like a big old cup of coffee, they're great. Or if you're like me and you carry your coffee cup all over the place with you and you risk dumping it, you don't have to fill it all the way and you still get a full cup. But it doesn't spill over the edges.
Here's
Well, one is Christmas, it was left here. Yeah, this is, Tim has his own too. Hero Husband Dad. He got that for, I think, Father's Day last year. But that's the look of the Ray Dunn. Usually it's white with the black writing though, and this is a Christmas one. You know, 'tis the season. But they're fun. They kind of have the handmade feel. They're like not perfectly round. Love them. I love them. And no, I'm not paid by Ray Dunn to advertise all that. I just love it. I just share what I love around here.
Yeah, we
bought my
share,
girlfriend an elf for Christmas last year. Fun.
we share our favorite things here.
These are a few of my favorite things. Yes. Ray Dunn. Oh, that did not go well. Okay, I think we're good. The tone is perfect in my head. I tell y'all, the tone is perfect in my head. It just comes out not so perfect.
Yeah, Lisa, it has a very distinctive font.
Yes, very distinctive font. And there's lots of copycats out there. Lots of copycats. Now, there's lots of inspired too, and that's okay. As long as they're saying, like, inspired by or...
Cher says, not sure how Ray Dunn got so popular.
I don't know. I think it's just the simplicity of it. It's people like me who just like simple. I don't know. She did something right though, right? She definitely did something right. Okay. Whew, that took a little longer than I thought it would, but I think we have all of our bases pretty well painted. I mean, I guess it didn't take too long. I don't know how long we've been live, but half hour. That's not bad to paint this many. Okay, so we've got our bases. Sorry, I keep seeing like, oh, there's another little spot I want to touch up there. There's another little spot. Okay.
Yeah, but see, that was the quick part.
I think the rest will go pretty quick too. The rest will go quick too, because they're smaller surfaces and they're darker colors. White, you typically need a good solid 2 coats, if not a 3rd coat sometimes, because it's such a light color. So, ooh, Amy's watching while going to the wound clinic. Well, hopefully it goes well for you, and it's
Yeah, Denise, they do
rough.
feel kind of farmhousey.
what?
The mugs.
Oh yeah, very farmhousey. I love farmhousey. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's slide these up out of the way so they can start drying, and we will start painting. Some stuff will paint.
Hi, Mary.
Let's move those up there. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some paper so that I can move them around and swap it out. I'm gonna put some tape and we can stick all the little pieces to the tape that are gonna be like the same color.
What's the color of your nails?
Oh goodness. Oh, it's baby, it's a boy. It's a boy. It's the OP gel polish. OPI gel polish. It's a boy. Is what
That's the name of the color?
The name of the color is It's a Boy.
Wow.
That's the name of the color. It is. Okay. So by putting it on the paper, I can like move it and bring it back in. And the tape is going to help hold all my little pieces down so I can paint them quick. Yep, OPI is the name of the brand. It's a gel polish, but you have to have like the light to cure it. Like I do my own gel nails at home.
What is dip? Sarah says you should do dip.
It's a process. It's just a nail painting technique. I've not tried that. Elena has some of that, like the dipping powders and stuff.
Renee says, do they have It's a Girl?
I'm sure they probably do, right? The colors that they name some of these nail polishes, yeah. Ooh, Chris just placed an order. Well, Chris, you're gonna get the free, if it has any of the 3-inch items in it, you are going to get, I'm putting these so close together and I don't know why I'm putting them that close together.
Yes, they do have It's a Girl.
They have It's a Girl too. And let me guess, is that like a soft pale pink?
Yeah.
A pretty pink?
Yeah.
Dip is like a, oh, it is really pretty. That is a pretty color. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, it went away. Oh, no, sorry, they're a pop-up ad. A very pretty pink. Very pretty. I might need that in my life too. Elena would love that. She's all about
Oh, she'd love that color.
All right, so I know
218 people recently viewed it.
we're gonna do
Holy
this will
crap,
be
is
our
that what you
glue.
paid for a bottle of that stuff?
Don't worry about what I pay for my nails. It's cheaper than going to the nail salon.
Holy cow.
Okay, a $20 bottle of nail polish. When I try to get it on sale, but you know how many times I paint my nails with a $20 bottle of paint? Probably at least 20 times. Okay, so it's $1 per use.
Yeah,
if I go to the salon, it's like minimum $60 to walk out of there. Minimum to get them taken off and put on. I do it myself. Just sometimes you just don't need to know what us girls are doing. Just like I don't need to know all the little doodads that you add to your little cart on the extras when you go to the hardware store. I don't know, y'all.
I don't add anything extra.
Okay. You don't add anything extra to the cart at the hardware store? Never.
Never. I'll admit, I have put extra things in my cart, but then by the time I get up to the checkout, it's like, do I really need that, or is it just a want?
I do that too.
It's just a want. I don't really need it.
I do that too.
I'm not buying it.
Yes, we all do the add to the cart, and then you assess the cart, right?
I actually like that idea.
I like that idea, Miss Mary Winkler. We are taking requests. If you guys have ideas for different inserts you'd like to see for these 3-inch, for this 3-inch collection, let us know. We are definitely taking into consideration
Renee,
all options,
hush.
because we will have more of the 3-inch interchangeables available for you guys. Well, I have to do the house, right? I have to do the free bonus house that you guys are going to get today, right? I have to do that. All right, actually, I'm going to put this one over here. I can do this one black and white, I think. We got our little windows and our little door. And we'll do our chicken. Got a little chicken on here, a little beak. Let's see. I think the little tulip is super adorable.
Oh, Julie says she saw OPI at Myers for $11.50.
Was it the gel polish though? It has to be the gel polish. They do sell like a regular polish too, but I do the gel ones. But you can get it at TJ Maxx. Sometimes you can find it there for $5.99. Same price as the, I just bought 4 bottles for $5.99 at TJ Maxx. I saved me lots of money. Lots of money. I spent 20 bucks, but I saved me 15, 30. I saved me 60 bucks right there. Okay. All right. I'm running out of room on this paper. All right. Let's start with this paper and let's just start painting. Let's just have at it. We're going to get rid of this. Well, yeah. Sorry. I was indecisive in my brain there a little bit.
So as I'm going to grab it, you just throw it on my computer.
Yes. Sorry. All right, I know we're going to use black. Okay, so we got some black. I know we're going to use some green. I know it's not John Deere tractor green, but we're just going to go with forest green for a tractor. I think it's not going to be as bright as...
I think that's 3/4 inch painter's tape.
We're going to use some Tomed Red. Yeah, it looks like 3/4. We're going to use some Empire Gold. Yes, I do remember which parts are for what.
Well, and
there's everything's etched, so that'll help too. We got some pale yellow. Throw some of that on there. I know we're going to use some gray. And then I'm going to use, I don't even know how much of this we have left in the shop, but I do know we have some, I think. The deep, the metallic deep silver, it's like a silvery metallic color. A little self-explanatory. But we'll use that to add a little bit of a shimmer to our, whatever it's called here, our windmill.
Lynn says, oh, it's snowing the big fluffy flakes where she's at.
Oh, I'm so over the snow, y'all, and I know y'all are too.
Well, if it's gonna snow, I want to ski.
We got some salmon. We'll use a little salmon for our tulip.
If I can't ski, I want it to be warm.
All right, we'll start with those. Let's just start.
No
painting.
in between.
Let's
one
start
or the
painting.
other.
You guys can throw out your ideas for paint colors if you want to. Let's start with our tractor. So I've got my forest green.
Sharon says she bought the metallic deep silver and used it on her mason jar.
Yes, that's a good idea. Yes, that's when we first got it. That was, I think, the first time I used it on here was for accenting the mason jar. All right, so I did my tractor. Get a little bit of black for inside. Well, no, I'll do white inside the wheels. I'll do the wheels black, the tires black.
You know.
And then the wheels will do gray. That would make more sense, right?
Sarah says, come to Florida, 82 and sunny.
I believe it. I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, but you have hurricanes.
You do have hurricanes, and you got really big spiders, and you have alligators.
And snowing and skiing is not close.
Skiing is not close, but skiing is not close here either right now. So.
Well, no, not right now.
All right, and I'm gonna take a little bit of that metallic silver, even though my gray isn't fully dry. That's okay. I'm just gonna overlap it on there.
Hi, Lou, our friend from Canada.
Hello. All right, next. While we've got the metallic silver out, let's do our little prongs of, you probably can zoom in on this paper a little bit. Okay. Just like kind of if you can zoom into the paper itself so they can see a little better. We'll do the little prongs for our little gardening fork. And then we'll do the shovel head also. And I'm not gonna worry too much about it getting it perfect because I'm gonna come back in and paint the handle anyways.
Oh yeah, there's still places that are open for skiing. In Colorado, Northern California.
We're gonna do our windmill blades with metallic.
So.
Why did I just put my finger in the wet paint there?
Oh, hello, Carol from Rochester Hills.
Rochester Hills, girl, Rochester you're not far
Hills.
from us. You are close.
I used to work in Rochester Hills.
Yes, you did.
At Rochester and Avon.
Yep.
Behind the Home Depot.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Anything else with the silver? I don't know what I'm gonna do with my watering can yet. I thought about doing that metal. I might. We'll see. We'll come back to it. I'm going to do the base of my house. We need some white. I do need some white. Let me do a little squirt of white. But I didn't need the whole plate of white. So let's do, I'm gonna do the base of my house white. And then we'll like accent the edges either by distressing it or by painting it or something to make it kind of pop from the background. But I think I want the house to be white. I want it to be very farmhousey. So we're gonna do white house with black accents. So that just screams farmhouse to me. That just screams farmhouse. So we'll do the little windows.
Wow, Desiree says, tired of the severe storms already, and it's only March. Missouri and Illinois already have had 22 confirmed tornadoes.
Wow.
I know, this spring has been really weird.
But we've only had literally one thunderstorm so far.
Yeah.
Like normally we've had a couple thunderstorms by now, good thunderstorms, but it's like spring came for a week and then we went back to like winter. So the other night, what, about a week ago, we were laying in bed and we literally heard one huge burst. We saw what we thought looked like lightning. And then I waited a minute and I was like, well, was it lightning? Maybe it was lightning. I don't know. And then all of a sudden this big, huge, long thunder burst. And then that was it. Done.
Yeah.
Not a single other lightning strike, not a single other sound. It was just like one lightning bolt out of nowhere and nothing else. I'm gonna do the watering can with the metal, or with the metallic silver. I'm loving it. I think it looks great. And then I might add a little, like, I might dirty it up a little bit.
Oh, Janet
rust it up a little bit.
Texas had golf ball size hail last night.
Wow. Wow. All right. I think we're gonna do the chicken.
Banana.
Chick, banana. Chicken, banana. Chick, banana. Sorry. Okay. We're gonna go with a white base on our chicken. A white base on a chicken. And then I'll probably do his head like a creamy. And then his beak yellow and his eyes black. And I'll do his little thing red. The little thing on top of the head. I forget what it's called. But we'll just paint that with the paintbrush. So I'm going to go over the whole thing with the white. Just to get our base established. song and dance out of nowhere, you know? Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
But now it's stuck in my head. It is stuck deep in my head. Let's go with our, let me get some light ivory, because I think that'll be a good color for the chicken's head. I know, they said we were supposed to get some snow today too.
Well, I was looking at the forecast. 9 out of the next 10 days, either rain or snow.
Oh wow, that's lovely. That's just loveliness, isn't it? Just a lovely. All right, let's do a little bit of our Empire Gold.
Patsy says that thunderclap was the creator closing the door. No more frozen ground now. Spring is here. You know what?
Oh,
Okay.
Y'all, that's so funny. Shut up.
Because that's how it works.
The funniest thing, when Tim and I first started dating, I still see the look on his face when my mom said this. So my mom always taught us growing up the same thing. So she always taught us that every time we had our first thunderstorm, she goes, well, that's good. That's good. The frost will break, so the ground can drain now. That's just, you need a good thunderstorm to break the frost.
Gotta have that thunder.
And Tim, having a history in construction, you know, he knows things a little bit differently about frost and how it all works. And
yeah, I'll get some names in a minute.
My mom was adamant that the frost will not break until you get your very first thunderstorm. And Tim's like, it has nothing to do with the thunderstorm. But the first time we were just dating and we're hanging out at my mom's, and we had a thunderstorm, and my mom made that comment, like, good, we need a good thunderstorm. We need that frost to break. We need our ground is our yard is flooding with water. We need the frost to break. And she was so excited about that thunderstorm and that the frost will finally break. The look on Tim's face, like, the dazed, confused look of, wait, what? What did she just say?
Because y'all know how...
Tim does not wear a filter very well.
No.
Okay.
I think it shows up on my face.
You can read every thought going through his mind right on his face. And my mom, still to this day.
This says it all.
Still to this day, my mama is adamant that you would need a thunderstorm to break that frost. And then Tim made a comment, yeah, and she waters the fake plants too. Because my dad loves to share the story of how he bought my mom a plant when they first got married, and she watered that thing, and it was probably, I can't remember the timeline, but it was like a year?
It was a year.
A year before she realized she was watering a fake plant. That it was a fake plant the whole time that she had been watering it. Yeah. Savannah says, what am I getting into, girlfriend? You never know what you're going to learn around here.
No.
Oh.
With me.
Oh. With you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what am I getting into?
Yeah. Tim's always getting into trouble.
No.
Sorry, I'm lost. Sorry, what did I say?
Okay, your mom...
We've talked about a lot in the last hour, so
okay.
45 minutes.
Your mom saying that the frost doesn't break until we have a thunderstorm, and me thinking, what the hell am I getting into?
Does that explain anything, y'all? Okay, my mama is my mama. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
My God.
Sometimes,
You think a little, maybe?
You wonder why I'm stuck in the 5th grade schoolboy mindset, okay? My brain is stuck in 5th grade school. Some things just shut off in 5th grade and said, nope, I don't need to know no more.
I'm full.
Yes. Yeah. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, my stomach hurts from laughing. I needed this. I needed a good laugh session today. Mary says, you and Mama are great. We are a great pair, that's for sure. We are a great pair. My mom is amazing. My mom is amazing. She truly is amazing. Love her. Love her.
When I was still in corporate America, my facial expressions have gotten me in trouble a few times.
There's been times where I've tried to like kick him under the table, be like, fix your face. Fix your face. But he doesn't just fix his face. What'd you kick me for? That's what he does. What'd you kick me for? Why are you kicking me? Zip it! Fix your face and zip the lip all at the same time here, please.
Yeah, not gonna happen much.
Yes, he's gotten me in...
my face gets me in more trouble than you do.
No, but you've got me in trouble with drawing attention to your face before. Why are you kicking me? Ay, 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 y'all. What do we, it is what it is. Listen. Yeah, sometimes we just say the wrong things. We do the wrong things. We express the wrong things.
And I know it, so it's like now I try when I'm in those kind of, I'm going to call it an awkward situation. I really try to watch what my face is doing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, wear your poker face today, honey. Wear your poker face. Wear the poker face. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. These are turning out cute. These are turning out cute. Doing a little bit of a second coat on some of these. Most of them are pretty good. Yes, we need to get names.
To get names here.
Yes.
We have William Lynn Ransom, Connie Roseberry Hilson, Savannah Hewitt, Amy Middleton Hartman, Chris Haas, Savannah Brown, Mary Winkler, Michelle Cooper Penrod, and Nancy Calloway.
We're going to use some red and we're going to paint. Oh, it's still kind of wet. Hold on. We're going to hold off on painting that for just a minute. Let's set this over here for a moment because my white is still wet here. So let's do a little pale. Let's do, for the center of our sun, let's do, that was Empire Gold. Let's do, I should have did Empire Gold for this. Oh, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. We'll do some Empire Gold for the center, and then we'll add a little bit of pale yellow around the edges of the sun. Do a little bit of a second coat here. And then we'll come in with a little bit of pale yellow to lighten up the edges just a little bit. That's what we'll do. That is what we will do. Let's get the brown. We're going to use Bambi Brown for our handles.
I'm sorry I mispronounced your name so bad, Patty.
So it was unrecognizable, wasn't it, Miss Patty?
It sounded completely different. Sorry.
Well, Bambi Brown for our handles. Okay. What else am I missing? Okay, we got to do our tulip. For our tulip, we're going to use salmon. Salmon, a little salmon. A little salmon. A little more than that. Sometimes my face gets me in trouble. Cindy, it's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not as bad as Tim. I've gotten better. I used to laugh at bad times. I used to laugh at really inappropriate. And once I get going,
you still do.
I still do a little bit. And once I get going, I just can't stop. Like, I get the giggles.
Yeah, we were at that funeral and you start laughing during the eulogy.
Are you being serious or are you joking? Because that did happen. That did happen one time.
Actually, I was pulling that one out of...
I was a kid, though. I was a teenager, though. And I didn't know. And I wasn't, like... I grew up a little sheltered. And I didn't, like, know a lot. And it was so bad. It was so bad. And it was so inappropriate. We were at a funeral. And this is not my proudest moment, but I was like an 11-year-old kid, okay? So 11-year-old kids who have not been to hardly any funerals in their life. I don't know if I had ever been to a funeral before that. Maybe one. Maybe one.
And no one told you don't laugh at funerals?
But this funeral was for this wonderful, amazing, sweet Japanese lady that my grandma was friends with, and she just took a liking to me, and she was just so sweet to me, and I would spend a lot of time in the summer down at my grandma's. All of us kids did. But this lady, she was super sweet, super amazing, super nice. She passed away, and my mom took me to the funeral because, you know, I had spent a lot of time with her and had gotten to know her well, and my mom thought, well, you know, she was very close with her, so we will take, you know, her to the funeral. And, you know, normally she probably wouldn't have taken me, but she took my other siblings as well. They were older, so it was more like, you know, understandable, whatever. We all knew her. And some of my cousins were there too. And we just didn't know what was happening. And we're just a bunch of kids. And we probably shouldn't have been at the funeral. But it was part of their funeral ritual to say these prayers. And they were kind of like these chanting prayers. And now, I mean, it probably was very beautiful now as an adult and understanding more, you know, it's just their prayer that they did at funerals. As children who had never seen anything like this and just didn't know, you know, the internet wasn't a world back then. We just saw what we saw in our backyard, and we didn't watch much TV, and so we really didn't know anything. Was
it like a haiku or something?
Well, what they were saying, it was in Japanese, so we didn't know what the words were, but the words really sounded like something kind of inappropriate that like 5th grade schoolboys would giggle about. So of course the 5th grade schoolboys started giggling, which got the rest of us kind of giggling, and we're trying not to giggle, and we're trying to hold it in, and everyone's got their heads down and they're praying, and we're like, you could feel the body of the person next to you just like trembling and giggling laughter, so then that makes you want to tremble and giggling laughter more, and it was bad. My mom, I think she was just ready to march all of us out of there. She was just like, I think she was probably mortified by, and my aunt too, because it was Aunt Diane's kids and us. So you can imagine the two families of kids together. There was a lot of kids all together.
Her daughter.
Well, her sons. Have you met her sons?
Well, the one, not the oldest one, but the one that lives in Texas now. I can imagine him.
We were just a mess, and it was like, so yes, that has happened. I have started uncontrollably giggling at a funeral before, but I was 11-ish, so I'm gonna say I was given a pass. Sharon's like, I can see your mom now. Yeah, my mom was not impressed. She was not impressed at all. All right, let's see. I think we have most of our colors a little bit.
Say, was your dad there?
Oh, my dad was there.
I could see him smacking some people upside the head.
Yeah. No, actually, I don't know if my dad was there, because my dad was probably at work, because my dad worked a lot. My mom probably went to represent the family.
Have a good night.
He took his kids. Bye. So I don't know if my dad was there or not. All right, we're going to take a little bit of pale yellow. We're going to get most of it off the sponge. And then we're going to... right, when you can't laugh is when you want to laugh. The more you want to, yes, the more when you're not allowed to laugh and you can't laugh and it's inappropriate to laugh. For some reason, the silliest little things just make you want to die laughing and start giggling out of control. Yes. And then once it starts, you just can't stop it. You just can't stop it. All right, a little bit of yellow around there, and we'll do a little bit of yellow around the edges too. I don't know how well this is showing up on camera for y'all, but I think that's gonna be cute. That's cute. Just enough. Just enough. All right. Let's see. All right, we're gonna set these aside. We're gonna let them dry. I think we have all of our spots well coated. Once I double coat my tools.
You're using a bunch of cool colors.
I'm using lots of colors.
I can't believe you're using so many colors.
There's a lot of color on this plate. A lot of color happening on this plate.
It's more than the normal 3.
I know. Because there's so many different options, and it's summer, so you got to be a little bit bright and vibrant for summer, right? We need a little sunshine in our lives. Okay. So I'm gonna set this one aside and let this dry. So let y'all see what the pieces we've got so far. See, there's the little sun. Didn't that turn out cute? I mean, it's not done yet, but. Oh, wait. I forgot to add the red to our chicken. Let me get my brush. We're gonna do his little, whatever it's called on top of his head. Well, I guess I could have used the sponge because that's all gonna hide behind. We can use the sponge for that. Because his head's gonna cover. We've got the little head piece that's gonna cover that, so we can just use the sponge. But for the little heart in the door, we're gonna do a little red over the heart. And you don't even have to stay in the lines. Are we in the camera? No. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. You don't have to stay in the lines because the door has the heart cut out in it. And that will give us the shape of the heart when we put the door on. There we go. Okay. Let's get that in the water. Get that in the water. Second coat of red.
Is that a red pumpkin?
No, that's the little tulip. You'll see it all come together when we put it together. But that's a tulip. And I used salmon. Little salmon is the color I used.
Salmon.
Okay, let's set this aside and let this dry a little bit. Where do I want to set it? I'll set it up over here. We'll let that dry. Sorry. Okay. And then do you guys want hearts if you want me to paint the rest of them? Thumbs up if you're like, just wrap it up, girl. Let me know. I'm gonna start taping because if I don't paint with you, I'll paint by myself. But, wait, what was that? Something about whiskey water at a funeral? Wait a minute, go back to Susan's comment there. Whiskey water at a funeral, that's my kind of funeral.
At my mom's funeral, all I could think of was, oh shoot.
How, you're gonna get to the whiskey? No, I'm just kidding.
Hold on, no.
I'm just kidding.
All I could think, how was I going to get the whiskey water shot out down my hatch, because we said after the funeral we needed to run to the bakery. That meant the liquor store. That stuck out to me most because my mom had whiskey waters.
Oh, so the whole time all you're thinking is, how am I going to get that down? How am I going to, I take it you were not a fan. Okay, paint them now, Michelle says. Lynn says paint.
Lots of
Crystal
hearts.
says go for it. All right, y'all. We'll go for it. We're just having a painting party. Painting party. Got the watermelon. We've got the barn.
They're saying paint away.
Paint away, girlfriend, paint away. We got the watering can. We've got the eggs. We've got our little sheep. Our lamb, sheep. We've got our cow. We've got our heart.
Carol says, you know we want you to continue.
All right, we'll continue. Let's do it. We have, I think this might be my favorite of the release, the dragonfly.
Yeah, but what are we going to do on Friday now?
Oh, we'll come up with something. We will come up with something. You know it. You know it. And our little piggy. And our little piggy, and that's everything. So this is going to go quick, y'all. This is going to go quick. So let's do it. We've already got the paint all poured. Let's start with our watermelon. It's a nice, juicy,
Michelle
juicy
says,
watermelon.
we're here as long as you're here.
All right. I love it. You're here for it. I love it. All right. Anything else red? I don't think so. Oh, the barn. We'll do this. Let's do the taunt. Or let's do the barn red for the barn. Let me grab the barn red. Oh, that's maroon. Hold on. Maroon is really close to barn red, so if you don't have barn red, you can always use maroon. I don't have barn red. Where's my barn red?
What?
I don't know where my barn red went. Well, maybe let's use maroon. We'll just use maroon. I just said if you don't have barn red.
Your barn's at the house.
No, that's a different batch of paint.
Oh.
That's my...
House paint?
Yeah. I don't know.
What's that one right there?
That's taunt red, and that's the maroon I just sat there. But maroon is very close to barn red. They're almost the same color. So we'll just go with maroon. It's like practically the same color.
Well, then I'm gonna go. These machines are down. We'll shut them off.
Yeah. Oh, the frog from last week's release is super, super cute. Super cute. So tell me your favorites, your favorite inserts so far, guys. Let me know. Which one is your favorite? Not 10. Don't pick 10. Which one? If you had to choose one and you could only have one insert, which one would you consider to be your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Rose, you finally got us live. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. All right, so we got white. So we're gonna do the barn doors. We're gonna do the cow head. And we'll come in with a little bit of black and do some accents on him. And there's a couple of the back pieces that we have to do a little accents on too before we put them together. We'll do our little sheep. His little tuft of hair we'll do. And his ears. And we'll do his face like a little creamy color, I think. Okay, oh Lord. Okay, so we've got the barn, the dragonfly, the cow, the heart with cross, the flower, the hello in the bird, the dragonfly, the sheep. How do you choose just one, right, Lynn? The church. Sharon says, how do you choose just one? Bridget says the barn. Rose says the cross and heart. Sarah says she loves words, but the dragonfly. Can't decide, Miss Patty. Rhea says the ladybug. Reminds her of her mom. I love that. That ladybug is super cute. Sharon says heart with cross. Cindy says heart with cross. Kathy says dragonfly. Savannah says barn. Cindy says sheep. Phyllis says barn. Cynthia says cow. Debbie likes the barn. Rose, you're welcome. Melody sprinkled. Thank you, girlfriend. Someone who sprinkles will be gifted the, we'll choose someone at the end for the doily set today. Okay, I'm gonna have to have Tim take over when he comes back. Otherwise, we're never gonna get through because I gotta keep painting, y'all. I gotta keep painting. I gotta keep painting. The ladybug, the tractor, the chicken, the flower.
Have to do what?
The cow, because it reminds me of my grandpa. He had a dairy farm. Oh, Susan,
a dairy
love
farm.
That. Love that.
I worked on a dairy farm.
What did you do on the dairy farm, Tim? Tell us about your dairy farm experience.
No. Well,
He says no.
I milked the cows.
Doesn't sound like a good experience.
Well, so I milked the cows and we did the baled hay, straw.
Start with a base of white on our eggs, but we're gonna come in with some other color.
It was all that fun stuff.
I can't even imagine baling straw.
Straw wasn't bad, it was the hay.
Well,
Straw's a lot lighter.
it's not as heavy?
No.
I was like, what's the difference?
Hay is typically alfalfa.
Okay.
Straw is like the chaff from the wheat.
Okay.
So.
Wait, say that again? Sorry, repeat? I didn't process that. So what? Oh, he's got to finish chewing his snack he just went to get. He's like,
Yeah.
if we're going to keep painting, I need a snack.
And snack. All right. Straw.
Okay, straw.
That's the chaff from wheat.
What is chaff?
That's like the.
You say chaff, and I think like chafing, like you know, we're chafing.
Okay. Well, you know what wheat is, right?
It's the little stuff on top that blows.
The
seeds.
the stem
Okay.
of the wheat.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
That's straw.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
Basically, and hay is typically alfalfa and grass. So.
And which one's heavier?
The hay.
Because it has more like.
It's more dense.
It has more nutrition and stuff in it for the animals.
It's more dense.
Okay. It's not hollow.
So no, it's not hollow.
Like a wheat.
Right.
Chaff? Shaft? Chaff?
I believe it's CHAFF, I believe.
Isn't that the same as
CHAF.
Oh, CHAFF, Miss Rose says.
Thank you, Rose.
Okay. Interesting. I don't know. I just always see them out there in the most.
Yeah. Oh.
It's usually the hottest, most humid days because it's usually right before a big storm is coming and they got to get it done before the rain and it's 90 degrees out.
Yep.
And they're out there in their long pants, long sleeves, hauling up all the
Yes, animals eat hay.
Bales.
Eat hay, and the bedding is straw.
because straw is cheaper and not as quality.
Well, they can't eat it.
Because it's not quality, right?
They can't eat it.
Well,
there's no nutrition.
But how do they know? They don't try to eat their bedding?
No.
Do they just know?
They just know. They're smart.
Animals are pretty amazing.
They're not stupid. Well, they're not smart, but they're not stupid.
Okay. They're intelligent. Let's do the heart pink. We haven't used the
No,
pink.
I wouldn't call them intelligent.
They just know.
They just know.
Nature is amazing, right? And I feel like that's part of nature. Like
Yes.
their instinct is to know what they can and can't eat.
Yeah. No, and it's we would. Oh yeah. You know what? I do miss baling doing hay. I
Really?
do it. Oh yeah.
Well,
I know I can't do it now.
I could find some people you can go and help. I'm
no.
sure they would
I
take
know.
your help if you if you offered.
I would be in bed for a week afterwards.
All right, we're gonna start with Wedgwood Green on our little.
Because even trying to attempt what I used to do with baling.
You would be hurt and you'd be like complaining. You would just be like, I hurt, I can't move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, no, there's no way I can do it now.
We aren't as young as we used to be.
Nope.
We went worked at mom and dad's and we're like both the next day like, oh, my butt hurts. I bent over too much. I don't bend over that much. I don't use those muscles. I ache. I hurt. I did the graduation hat a little generic. I just did black because that's generic. You could do it whatever color, like if you have a local school or your kids are graduating or whatever, you can paint it whatever color you want.
The tassel, like white.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, which is super neutral. But you could do it whatever your school colors are. I feel like I should do his little ears.
Yes,
too.
Sarah, she is young.
I mean, yes. I'm not as young as I used to be, though.
I'm not as good as I once was.
I'm younger than some. I mean, age is just, it's just perspective.
Age is just a number, and mine's getting bigger.
All right, we'll come in with a little bit of light ivory on the eggs. A little bit of light ivory, kind of.
Yes, Bernita, they have machines for all that now.
They do, but not all of them. A lot of the farmers out by us, they still do it by hand.
Yep.
We see them out there with the trailers. You got someone pulling the trailer with the wagon, and the other people are throwing it up, and then there's somebody on the trailer stacking it.
Now, see, when we did it, the hay wagon was right behind the baler. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just dropped on the ground and then come by and pick it up later.
Oh.
It was you grab it off the baler and you stack it on the trailer.
Right. That's smart.
And those were some long days.
Oh, I believe it.
Because then it's depending on what the weather was, you might not be able to let it sit overnight on the trailer before you got to throw it in load it in the barn.
Right. All right, so I gotta move my watermelon up a little bit because it's dangerously close to my little sheep.
Angie says, my mind says yes I can, my body says no ma'am, sit down.
Yeah. I think that's like for a lot of people. Like I think in our minds we are definitely younger than our bodies let us.
That was one of the things that my grandpa always used to say. He's like, Tim, my body is, 75. In my mind, I'm 25.
Yeah.
He says, getting old, he says, ain't for weak people.
Nope. All right. Second coat of my white on a couple things here. Watering jug.
Those are pretty cool.
I know, aren't they fun? We'll do a little bit of Empire Gold for our little straw that's spilling out of our barn. And then we're gonna do our tassel white just because, whoa, I went really thick with that. Let me wipe some of that off. Went really thick. I accidentally went really thick and I filled in my lines. If you fill in your lines by accident, you can use a little scraping tool or a toothpick, whatever you have, or a barbecue skewer. Oh wait, I have a little toothpick here. You can use the fancy little scraping tools. I have some of them somewhere, but you can also use the pointy end of a toothpick to kind of drag the paint out of it, to kind of bring back that darker line, like so. Just wipe it off in between each.
No, well, Chris, you know why it's called the Golden Ages, right? The Golden Age. It's because it costs so stinking much money. Because you got all the doctor's appointments and...
All right, we did the nose of the cow. I did with the light ivory. You could add a little bit of light pink in there too, probably, to you know, give it a little bit of a rosy look. Same with the sheep. You can give it some little rosy cheeks if you want to. I don't know if I'll do that today just for time purposes, you know, to get that detailed, but you could. Especially if you're like a good painter and you are good at all those details. All right, we'll have to come back for a second coat of that. I'm gonna come in with a little bit, because you know those farm eggs usually have a little bit more of a darker brown on them. So I'm gonna come in with a little bit of the Bambi brown around the edges. Ooh, that's like a lot of darkness. Getting too close. I put them a little too close. I might come back with a little bit more of the white just because I'm a little heavy with my dark. Just play with it. You do too much of one color, just come back in with the other color. Soften it up a little bit till you get what you like. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Second coat on our little cow nose. A little heavy.
Yes, Cindy. Tim is eating candy over there. Okay. That was a left side Twix bar.
Twix bars?
Yep.
I love Twix bars.
That was the left side.
You need the left side?
That's what the package said.
Alright, let me clean out his little lines on his little face. I'll hold these up close to you for you guys once they're done too. Once we get them glued together so you can see what they look like.
Yes, I know. I'm kind of leery of going to the doctor anymore because it seems like every time I go there's something else wrong.
Yeah, but that's why you gotta go. That's why you've got to go. Alright, I'm gonna grab a paintbrush.
Well, you know, we got the results of this test and, you know, like, holy cow. Doc, I don't want to see you no more.
I'm gonna grab a flat-ended paintbrush. I'm gonna dip it in the black. And then I'm gonna do the little eyes. And it's kind of like an elongated eye, so I'm gonna kind of double dot it. Sorry, had to focus. Had to focus a little bit. All right. Oh, we forgot about our pig. I totally forgot about the sad little pig over here. We got a naked pig. Our pig is naked. Oh, wow, Sharon says she was watching a video from a girl in Britain. She's never seen a white egg. Theirs are all brown. Huh.
Well, I guess it just depends on what kind of chicken it comes from.
Let's do rosy beige. Rosy beige for our little piggy. Rosy beige. It's like rosy beige is like the perfect flesh color as well. If you were trying to do faces, it's like perfect skin pigment.
What is Tim's favorite Easter candy? All of them.
Probably the Reese's Eggs, though. I haven't.
The Reese's, it's a toss-up between the Reese's Eggs and the Jelly Bellies. I can tear up some Jelly Bellies.
Yeah, I'm Reese's. Team Reese's. Or the Dove chocolates.
Yeah, the Dove chocolates is good.
Those are pretty yummy. Those are pretty yummy. All right, let me do his little, I was gonna call them paws, but they're not paws. What are they called?
Hooves?
His hooves.
Hooves?
We're gonna do his hooves.
Well, it's,
I might
Chris, we're sorry you're not getting your chores done today.
Sorry, yeah, we're taking up all your time today. Doing his little hooves with the Bambi Brown. And then I think I'm gonna redo his little snout. His
Rhea
snout.
says her doctor, my doctor told me he hopes he never sees me again. He was my surgeon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I told my foot doctor after he tortured me. I'm like, no offense, but I hope I never see you again.
Well, you're going to see him again because I'm going to make you drive me.
Well, I'll see him in that context. I'll go as
No, I'll drive myself.
Support person, but I don't ever want to be there as a patient again. They torture you.
Well, I may have a few visits with him.
You probably will need a few visits with him. I've seen them feet. No, I'm just kidding.
I've seen my feet.
Just kidding. Ish. All right, we're gonna come in with a little bit of the hydrangea pink. Is that what we did? Hydrangea pink. And we're gonna do the snout a little more pinky.
That's what I tell my
Just a little bit.
my pulmonologist every year when I see him.
Just a little bit.
Pulmonologist? Yes, pulmonologist. I don't want to see you for a year.
Oh, I added a little bit to his the little cow snout. That's super cute. Super cute. All right, and then we got to come in and we got to do a little detail on the cow, on his little ears. So let's grab a small brush, get a little bit of black paint.
And I told him I can't wait till I don't have to see him ever again.
Yes, that'll be.
Oh, I've gotten quite a bit of names today, Rose.
All right, you bumped the table, baby.
I'm sorry, I'll get my hands off the table.
Hands off the table.
Hands off the table.
Just painting in the little patch on the cow's head.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah,
That's what you're doing.
Just like that. Yes. All right.
Oh, I can't remember. I heard some good. What was it? I heard some good farm jokes. I can't remember them now. I should have wrote them down.
You had a bad angle. You should have.
I should have. They were good. Because the one chicken joke is... That one's kind of old now.
Yeah, some people might not have heard it. You can share the chicken joke.
Why are chickens so funny?
Why are chickens so funny?
Yep. Because...
That was really loud. That was really, really loud. Really loud. All right. I feel like we need a little more color on our dragonfly. Obviously. I think we need a little... We need to bring it to life a little bit. Dragonflies are like... There's usually some blues in dragonflies. At least the dragonflies around us. I don't know if they're different in different places, but usually our dragonflies have a lot of blue. So maybe we'll bring in a little bit of blue around the edges. Let's get most of the blue off the sponge.
I gotta start writing those down when I hear them.
Kind of come around the edges. There's hardly any blue on the sponge. Do a little bit up the sides.
Crystal says purple. Oh.
Let's see.
Sarah says purple.
See, I don't ever see purple in our dragon. Our dragonflies are all blue and green. They must be different in different areas. Ours are always blue and green. I'm gonna go with that. I like the blue and green.
Blue.
Yes, a little metallic in there. I wonder if we do just a little bit.
What was the color of the pig?
What if we do just a super, super thin layer? The pig, I did rosy beige and then Bambi brown for his hooves. What if we do just a little bit of this metallic silver on the edges too. Just kind of give it a little bit. Oops, over here. Am I in the screen? I'm not. Just to kind of help it glow a little bit. Just around the edges. I like it. I like it.
I love it. I want some more of it.
Do a little bit.
It's cool.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I know. If I don't write it down, I forget it.
All right.
If I write it down, I'll remember it darn near forever.
I do need to touch up my black hat because I got a little bit of my egg on my graduation hat. Okay. Oh, and we got to do the lines on the graduation hat. Let me come with a little bit of white just to accent. Did I use that? No, I did use that. Let's use this one. A little bit of white. We'll just follow the line. Don't move the table.
I'm not touching the table. I'm not touching it on purpose. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Oh.
I'm not touching you.
I feel you. Oh my goodness. All right, and then we'll do a little.
The seeds on the watermelon.
Oh yes, the seeds on the watermelon. Duh. Thank you guys.
Milk on the milk bottle.
A little dot.
Was there?
Well, I wasn't sure about the milk. I was thinking.
Are you gonna paint like the top of it?
I'm not a good painter. Oh shoot. Y'all, I painted the wrong piece. Ay. Hold on. Hold the phone.
Hold the phone.
Painted the wrong piece. This is the piece I need to paint. Because that's going to be covered.
Yeah, why'd you paint the whole top part?
I don't know. Because I did.
Because if you wouldn't then you wouldn't have painted the wrong thing.
I know. But I did. It's okay, right? I make mistakes, so you guys will hopefully not make the mistakes.
Yes, we make the mistakes so you don't have to.
Yes. Wow, that's a really thick line. It's a really thick tassel. It's a really thick tassel. Then we'll do the end of the paintbrush to do the next button on the top of the hat.
Yeah.
Ay, y'all.
Crystal says just blame it on Tim.
I will. Tim, it's your fault. All your fault. Okay.
Anna says you were just practicing.
Right, I was just practicing, even though that one turned out better than my actual one, but that's okay. That's okay. Because you're right, because you're not touching me.
That's right, because I'm not touching her.
Yes. Okay.
All right. We're going to do something different for the roof on the barn.
Huh?
The roof on the barn and the watermelon seeds.
Oh yeah, the roof of the barn. The roof of the barn. I think we need to do that white. I think we're going to do that white.
What?
Then the watermelon. Let me flip this way so it's easier for me to get to them. I'm going to flip her upside down.
Oh yeah, we can blame it on Lynn.
Lynn!
It's all Lynn's fault.
Yeah, Lynn.
We haven't blamed Lynn for a long time.
I know. Lynn's been getting off the hook around here, y'all.
Definitely been off the hook for a long time.
I don't know what's going on. But she's been getting off the hook. We haven't blamed her for anything in a long time. You never know, Miss Sandy. You never know. It's very random. But keep trying. Keep trying. Keep trying. All right. Okay.
Is that UPS? Is it UPS at your house? I don't think they're here. He'd send me a message. Oh, yeah.
Shoot,
No, it wasn't. That was actually Elena leaving the house.
All right, I'm focusing, y'all. I get quiet when I focus.
Yeah, she's focused.
Okay.
So
Let me flip this one over so I can get to this side.
I think it was, well, Monday was our UPS driver's birthday.
Yes. I didn't see him
Lynn
Monday.
says I'm working and trying to listen, but I missed what I did.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, too bad, Lynn.
Sometimes multitasking.
Christy, what brush sets of yours should I get?
If you are just starting out, we do have a 3-pack of brushes. It's got the 1/2 inch, the 3/4 inch, and the inch, I think it is. It's like a 3-pack. They all look like this, but there's like 3 different sizes. That would be a recommendation because I use those 3 a lot. And then the fine tip, a pack of the little skinny ones. Those would be the 2 starter packs that I would suggest you start with if you're just starting to build your brush collection. Because those are the ones I use the most. Those, I think, are the ones that you're going to get the most use out of. We used to have like a 15-pack set that had like a variety of everything, but we are out of stock of those right now, I do know. Okay. I'm going to touch up my red. Oh, I put it in the wrong bucket. Oops. All right. Touch up my red, do my seeds, and then I think we're going to be good. Did I miss anything else, guys?
The pig's eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to do anything for the pig's nose?
I did his nose.
No, the little
Oh, the little
holes.
dots. I could do the little, you could. I could do little dots on there.
I think that's...
That is the wrong red. That was Tom's red, and I used Varn red. Or I used maroon.
Maroon, you maroon.
I used maroon.
You maroon!
Okay. All right, let me get my seeds. Let's do my seeds. A little bit of black. How do I want to do my seeds? I actually
We're
think...
going to do the pig's eyes or no?
I don't know. Yes. Yes, I'm going to do the pig's eyes. I'm going to do my seeds first, though, because I have them right here. So I'm going to do the dot on the back first. And then I'll pull that paint to the tip of the seed. So I'm going to start with my little black dot on the back side of each seed. Am I in the screen?
Yes, it looks like this. Or it looks, I'm sorry.
See, I can't see it because I'm not looking. It looks okay.
Yes, you are in the screen.
He says it looks like this.
It looks like this.
Like, what does this
Sorry,
look like?
I was in the middle of something else. I'm like multitasking.
Oh,
Apparently not well.
And then I'm just going to take my brush and kind of pull some of that paint from the dot out to make my seed.
Yeah, Rose, I think I'll get names here in a second. I'll do another set of names.
That what made doing these seeds super, super easy. Don't do the big dot on the back. And then just pull the paint to a point, following that little etched line for your seed.
All right, we have Kathy Chandler, Lynn Zwetch, Sharon Miller Dunlap, Sarah Rappaport, Sandy Brentlinger, Connie Roseberry Hilson,
Yeah.
Cynthia Stone Yantz, Bernita Tuttle, Patty Campbell, and Mary Jameson.
All right. Oh, careful, careful. Watch my arm.
Don't touch the table.
I wasn't touching the table, I was touching her.
So I'm doing,
Don't touch
you
her.
can, his eyes are etched a little bit oval. I'm just doing it with the end of the paintbrush and making it a little bit more round.
That's really
But it's okay.
Where's the, oh, that's the one.
Yes, Elena's cake was very good.
It was delicious.
Really good.
It was really good.
It's so, your camera is so clean.
The camera's so clean.
Like the camera quality.
Well,
I know.
it better be.
I know.
It's a very expensive
We've worked on
camera.
there twice.
Okay.
Because it's the overhead too.
I'm gonna do the little dots on his nose.
This is the overhead.
For those of you that are new here, that's my
Because-
daughter Elena.
This is,
Hi.
Some of you guys saw her earlier on her live on her
because
page
this is the one that's ready. This
With-
is the one that's broadcast.
with Trevor.
So if we want to switch just to the full screen
Okay.
and just hit that.
Oh, cool.
Okay, let me rinse my brush. I think we're good. We do have a couple spots, like on our cow, because his
They're all
eyes
saying
are
hi, Elena.
his eyes are cut out. So I want to paint the backside of the eyes and his nostrils because those are cut out. Yes?
I'm gonna grab your card. Okay. Also, I need to print stuff.
Okay. Go print stuff. You can do that.
Is your computer out here?
Just filling this in. I could use a sponge too, really. But I'm just using the end of the brush. It works fine. Am I in the screen? Okay.
Yeah. For what?
To print stuff.
Where's your computer?
I could use a bigger brush too. Our kids are needy.
Extremely.
She needs to print stuff. And then she's like, well, I need a computer. You didn't bring your computer? Silly. Okay. I don't know. I don't know that that was the easiest way to do the ears. It worked pretty convenient for the eyes and the snout. Okay. And then let me see if there's any other backer pieces that I need to add any background painting. I don't think there is. I think the rest, except for the tulip. The tulip I do need to. I'm gonna sit that. Tim, don't sit in the chair, Tim, when you come back. The paint plate is in your chair. Oh, I could have done the cow's eyes brown. That would have been cute. That would have been cute. Brown would have been cute. Oh well, this cow's getting some black eyes. So for the tulip, there's like a little etched line there for between the flower and the leaves. It might be hard for you guys to see, but it's there, I promise you. So I'm gonna grab a fine tip brush.
All right. Now
A
what was
little
that?
bit. I said don't sit in the paint in your chair. Grab a little bit of Wedgwood green. And I'm just going to,
Susan says, tell me about needy kids. Our two kids will be 41 and 37.
oh, are they still needy?
I'm guessing so.
Yeah. That's okay. We all.
Lynn says you should have let him sit in it.
I should have, right? Especially because he's blaming you for everything now. All right. I just did the little dots. You might be able to see it better now.
Oh,
Now
well.
that I did it. Okay. I think we're good now. I think we're good. I think we're good to start gluing, y'all. Wowzers. That only took an hour and 38 minutes. That's not bad.
Sandy says,
All right, let me grab.
did you see my comment on how Taylor is awesome? She is so efficient and quick to reply. Amazing. That's awesome.
Taylor and Kayla.
Taylor and Kayla both.
Yeah. Depending on what you're emailing about is who you're going to get a response from. But they have been doing a great job. They have been doing a really, really, really good job. Keeping up with all the emails and getting back to everybody. And they've been doing a good job. So I'm very happy with how they've been doing.
Yeah.
Emails have been very, very quick to get responses. Yeah. They're both doing an awesome job. All right, I'm gonna glue my eggs together. And find my egg. One. There's my eggs. I'm just using gel super glue.
And don't put your hand in the super glue.
Nope. Don't put your hand in the super glue.
I was just bringing black later because it was printed tiny because it's from my phone.
No, it should have been.
It's fine. I'll just come back later.
No.
Because I don't have time to be messing with it.
There's the eggs.
What do you have to do?
I'm like,
Super cute. I love the brown shading. Next we'll do the pig. We'll do Mr. Piggy next. You can put the glue on the back of the cutout, or I can see the etching lines there, so I am just doing it right on the base, but it doesn't matter, whatever your preference is. Line it up. Do the little nose. His little snout. Alright, there's our little piggy. Super cute. And then let's do the barn next. Oh, wait, that's the house. Whoops! Where's my barn? Where's my barn? Where's my barn? That's the house. There's my barn. There's my barn. There's my barn. All right, guys. Sharon says, love the pig. I know, isn't he cute? Sarah says, my car is full of stuff I want. Full of stuff. Does the bow holder from the Simple Swap fit on the door hanger base from this collection? Oh, it should, actually.
If it's the big.
As long as, yeah, if it's the larger Simple Swap frame, it would have to be the 8x8 frame, then it would fit.
Yeah.
The smaller frames it will not fit because those are made up, are thinner, for thinner wood. The cow, pig, and sheep are so cute, Miss Cynthia says. Thank you. Now don't forget, guys, we're almost done. We're gluing these all together. Once we get them all together, we are going to choose somebody, someone who shared this video today. You can share on Facebook or YouTube or both. If you share on both, you get double the chances. There's our little barn.
Sarah says, can I have your credit card?
I know, my kids, yeah, like to take my credit card. But if you share this video today and let us know in the comments that you did, it shows us on the side here that you shared the video. And
It says, can
somebody,
you use a glue gun?
Somebody is going to, I'll answer that in a second. Somebody is going to be gifted our doily sign base set right here live in just a few moments. But you just have to share this video and let us know that you did. I would not suggest hot glue because hot glue is so thick and some of the pieces are small, and when you put the glue on the small pieces and you put it on, it's going to want to all squirt out. And hot glue just doesn't last as long as the gel super glue as far as like storing it and, you know, using them year after year. I mean, I use hot glue in a lot of crafts, but with all the little pieces, the gel super glue would work much better for this. I don't know what to do. We need to do something with this milk jug. We need to do something with that milk jug. I'm going to leave that to the side for a minute because I think we need to add something for that. What, I don't know, but something. So we'll do our sheep. We'll come back to the milk jug. I don't really want to write milk on it because my handwriting ain't all that fabulous when it comes to painting.
Yeah, we haven't had stars on Facebook for almost a year now.
Yeah, Facebook took our stars away.
Yep.
Facebook told us we violated a standard, but they won't tell us what the standard is.
Yeah.
And
They won't tell us
that,
what we did wrong, so.
Yeah, they took all of our monetization away. Can't do anything to earn money on Facebook at all. We haven't been able to for over a year. Or about a year.
It's been right about a year now.
Where's my cow? My cow, my cow, my cow.
Right above the watermelon.
There's my cow. I shared by messaging. If you send like a text message, I don't know if that'll share. Oh, or like through Messenger. I'm not positive. I'm not positive if it'll show us through Messenger. It might. I'm not sure.
I love you.
Love you, bye.
Okay. Okay, this cow might be my new favorite. He is so stinking cute. I love how his little snout turned out. Or he doesn't have a snout, whatever. His nose. I love how that the fleshy tone with the rosy, was that rosy beige? Yeah, rosy beige, and then the little pink around the edges. Super cute, super cute. The heart. Here's the heart. We'll do the heart next. Ah! There's so much tape exposed, it's sticking to me. Okay. I cannot believe we got all these done today, y'all. I'm impressed with us. I mean, it took a while.
Well, you know.
But we were crafting and chatting and talking the whole way. So really considering as much as
Lynn says, I was
That's
wondering
so pretty.
because several crafting pages don't have stars anymore. Yeah, they
Facebook
really
is
changed a
messing
lot
up.
of things.
They're messing
So-
with a lot of people, and I think they're just, I want to be careful what I say, but I think their ability to scam people is the greatest scam out there. That's all I'll say. I love that I can connect with you guys, and I love that we've been able to build this business really, truly through Facebook. I love it. But I think how they handle business is not right. Where else can you do things that legitimately earn money for the company and you're supposed to get a cut of it? They can say, guess what? We don't like what you did, so now we're not going to pay you, but we're not going to tell you what you did. And that's exactly what they did to us. You know, they would post videos and ads, and they still put ads on some of our stuff.
Yeah, they still put ads on our stuff and still collect revenue from it, but we don't see any of it.
We don't see any of it. It's
So-
really, really wrong. But there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
We can try and sue them, but it would cost us more, you know, and they got lots of big lawyers and all the things. But yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. Not that we made that much, but it added up over time and then we never saw it. That is so pretty. Okay, maybe that's my favorite. My favorite keeps changing. I just look at them and my favorite keeps changing. All right, graduation hat. Graduation hat.
Yeah,
is
so
next.
it's, and then they just, that recent change with
Oh, the videos.
deleting all live videos after 30 days.
That's creating a lot of extra work for a lot of us.
So,
And that's the frustrating one too.
Janine says they've hurt a lot of influencers
They
with their
have.
policies.
They have. And there's a lot of people that have left them.
Yeah. So
Or that are
it's-
doing things in other places as well. And, us, including, like, you guys are going to start watching all the replays over on YouTube because Facebook's taking them down. And that's the only place you can watch them. And so I don't understand that. I don't understand it. I'm sure they have reasons,
Yeah.
But I do think they are one of the biggest business scammers out there.
Well, it's an awesome business model.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's not really, but it's a clever one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's a graduation
Well,
hat.
On the business side, not on the consumer side.
Yeah. It's not morally correct. That's for sure. All right, so we got the watering can that needs a little bit of something. We're going to come back to that. Let's get rid of this paper.
You ready for this other one?
I am. I'm ready for the other paper. I don't want the brown.
I know, I just was bringing it over here on that, so I don't risk dropping it.
All right, let's do our little tractor tires. Ooh, Kathy says she has a niece and nephew graduating this year.
Rose, if you go over to YouTube, search us on YouTube and subscribe to the channel, you can search our videos over there to watch them.
Yes. And we don't have everything super organized over on YouTube yet. We're working on it. And we don't have everything uploaded there yet. There's still a lot that's not there. It's going to take a while to get everything up. And I'll be honest, the last couple weeks, I really have not had much time to work on it. So we got some uploaded and then it kind of took a standstill. Oh, shoot. Darn it. I dropped a glue side down. Hopefully I didn't mess up my... Oh my gosh, you guys, the tractor is adorable. Tractor is adorable. I did drop it glue side down on top of my windmill. So hopefully I didn't mess that up. Gosh, it's so stinking cute. So stinking cute. Little tractor. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's do our little gardening tools next. Get all my little pieces off.
Oh, they even use you as a sponsored site that I have seen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating, but you know, I still can connect with you guys, so I can't hate on them too much, you know. It's still a great platform that essentially we get to use for free. So, you know, it's a mixed.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, these garden tools are adorable. I just have to say that. They are adorable. So
well, that one wasn't horrible to cut.
No? Even with the tiny little pieces?
Yeah, no. Yeah, those ones stayed pretty good.
How cute. So cute.
You haven't got to the ones that are the
difficult
pain
ones
yet.
Well, I know the chicken beak was probably not.
No, actually the chicken beak wasn't bad.
No?
That didn't fall through.
Oh, the little chicken eyes. We didn't give him, we should probably give him some eyes, huh? We'll come back and give him some eyes. Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget.
Don't read it out loud though.
Yes. How many are there? Oh my goodness. Well, there's 2 sets of 9 that we released today. So there's 9 farm animals. Well, not animals, but 9 farm ones. And then there's 9 summer ones. You can get them individually if you just want to pick or choose 1 or 2, or however many. Or you can get all the farm ones in a bundle, or you could get all of the summer ones in a bundle. And then each sign base comes with 1. And if you order today, you will be by midnight, and you order any of the 3-inch round bases or interchangeables, whether you order individuals or bundles, it doesn't matter. I gotta do the little eyes, but I will come back to do the eyes. I wanna let it dry first. You will get that little house interchangeable round for free.
Yes, it shows us if you share on Facebook or YouTube.
Yep.
Because with YouTube, I know it shows like 3 different ways you can share it. If you share it through their sharing option, it shows us that you shared.
Yes. All right. I'll line up my little sun. That is cute. Little sunshine. Little sunshine. Let's do the tulip next. And you can distress these. I did distress a few. Some I did, some I didn't. of the other ones that I had done. It's up to you if you add distressing or not. Am I still on the screen?
Not really.
All right, let me
Hold on.
move some of these up a little bit. All right.
Yes, Sandy. If you're on or if you're on either site and share it, our system shows that you shared it.
Yes. We use a third-party streaming service that streams it to both Facebook and YouTube, and that's what tells us it tells us everything. Like, somebody shared this, somebody responded to this, somebody commented on this, somebody liked this, somebody, it tells you all very detailed what everybody does.
It's very cool what it does.
I thought about dirtying this one up, but I'm kind of thinking I like it just nice and shiny. I know that's a rare occurrence for me. But I'm liking the shimmering metal look. Isn't that cute? Little watering can. Super cute. All right, I'm gonna have to touch up my my goodness, why can I not remember what that's called today? My windmill. I'm gonna have to touch that up because I dropped my other piece on it.
With glue?
With glue. So. But, you know what? I kind of like.
Oh, crap.
I kind of like the look. It almost gives it like a textured look. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Right there, you see that? Where it's like kind of shadowy. It almost gives it like a textured look. So I'm gonna do something on purpose. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on this little piece here. And then I'm just gonna like drop it. And I'm gonna like drop it. And drop it. And we're gonna let that dry. And then we're gonna make it look rusty. We're gonna come in with a little bit of brown over top of those spots. Let's do it. Let's play with it. We might have made a happy mistake today. But because it gives it like texture. Because the glue, when it goes down and then when I picked up the piece, it left the glue behind and it's like textured from pulling it apart. It's kind of fun. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Okay. We'll do our star. Guys, we're almost done. We're going to be giving something away in a minute. Whoop, whoop.
Ooh, Susan says she was thinking cinnamon.
Oops. I think I put that on wrong. Oh, yes. It'll kind of have that same kind of textured look like cinnamon does.
Yeah, but if you sprinkled cinnamon on the wet glue.
Ooh, cinnamon on the wet glue. That's a good idea.
Do you even have cinnamon here?
Well, it's dry already. I mean, I would have had to do it right away. I think I would have had to do it right away.
Oh.
All right, let's do our little house. And then we will come back to we got to do our watering can, our milk jug. Put our little door on our house.
Ooh.
The house I'm doing right now, this is the one that you're going to be gifted today if you purchase anything from our 3-inch round collection by midnight tonight.
Someone was saying the rusty hinge. Distressed oxide.
Yes, I have to make sure my glue is completely dry though, because I don't want to mess up my rusty hinge stamp pad. But yes, you're going to want that glue to dry completely. Oh my gosh, your little house is so cute. So cute. I Little windows are so tiny. Be careful when you open your little house that you don't lose your little windows, because they are teeny, teeny, tiny.
Chris says, okay, chores are done. Now I can watch and concentrate. Start over.
Yes, focus. Start over. Well, you have to watch the replay for that one. You definitely have to watch the replay for that one. But we will make sure the replay gets put up on YouTube so it doesn't disappear from Facebook forever. We'll do that soon. All right, so milk jug. Milk jug. We're going to let that dry for a second. We're going to let that dry.
Chicken eyes.
Oh, the chicken eyes. Yes, we got to come back to the chicken eyes. I'm going to do the same thing, just a little dot. Just a little dot. We're going to use the rounded one so it's not so big. I need some smaller ended paintbrushes for the teeny, teeny little dots. Actually, I might have something. If I use a skinny little barbecue skewer from Dollar Tree, that will give me smaller dots. Smaller dots.
Smaller dots.
As long as I don't dip it too deep into the black like I kind of did. There we go. There we go. He looks better now. He needed some little eyeballs, didn't he? Okay, let's see.
All right, milk jug.
Milk jug. What are we doing with the milk jug? Let me put the lid on my glue for a second. Now that I just stuck my finger in it.
I was gonna say, do you have that? Oh yes, Mary. We will be doing a family reunion kit this year.
Yes. Yes.
What about?
We're still working on that though, because I had a design, then I changed my mind, so I might change it. I have another idea that's even better.
Can you?
It's a good thing Tim didn't start cutting yet. Can I what?
That silver metal paint that we have on the top where the rim would be.
I could. That's what I just used here. I could.
I mean, I think that would look
Definitely
good.
do that. That is a very good idea. A little bit of the metallic silver
Yeah, that color.
for the cap. That is a fabulous idea.
So, do you have the small stamps?
I do. You're so smart.
That wasn't me. That was Renee.
Renee, yes, girlfriend, I do.
And then Mary said the same thing. Stamp milk on it.
Yes, that's what we'll do. I don't know why I never think to use the stamps on our cutouts. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's see.
Bernie says, got milk? Or you could put goat milk.
Move these. All right, this will be perfect. M-I-L. I think we just do milk.
I think so.
I think just milk will be just fine. You could get creative with it though and have fun with it. All right. M-I-L.
Did these not come in alphabetical order? Or did you just not put them back in alphabetical order?
They're just not, yeah. All right, I'm gonna do a couple practice stamps. Okay. M-I, a little off center with the L. Practice stamp. K. It's a little spaced out, but I think it's good because I feel like the vintage cans wouldn't be like perfectly spaced and perfect anyways. Because
yes, son of a motherless goat milk.
Yeah, milk. I think it works. I think it works. M-I-L-K. A little off center, but that's okay. I'm a little off center sometimes. I'm a little off. I'll just let you put them in. I'm just
thanks.
sitting in there.
Just go ahead, throw them in there.
I'll let you handle that. I'll let you do that. And then I think we distress the edges just a little bit so that it doesn't disappear too much. Just a lot of white on white.
My fingers aren't small enough.
So we will take our sander and do just a little bit around the edges. A little bit on the edges, like so. Y'all are troopers hanging out with us. We've been live for over 2 hours. It's been a long time since we've done a 2-hour live. But now we've done all of these and you get to see them all.
What the hell?
Samples of all of them.
There we go.
All right, I'm putting it on the table. I know you can't see, but Tim's hands were full. I was trying to hold it up where you guys can see, but it's too hard to do not having it laying on the table.
There we go. They can see now.
Okay. All right. Let's glue it on. Glue it on.
All right.
Where'd my glue go? There it is. Glue. All right, last chance, y'all, because we're almost done. Share this video. Let us know in the comments that you did, and somebody's going to be gifted our doily interchangeable base that we just released today. The little center, it comes with the flower, but then you can get any of the interchangeables to go in them. They're all magnetized, so your inserts don't fall out when you tip it forward, or if you want it upright, or if you want to make a hanger or something out of it. It's all going to stay in nice because it's got our little magnetic technology.
Magnetic technology. It's a magnet.
Insert
and
comes with a metal base and a magnet. But it also has a convenient hole to bloop, push it out in the back. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Behave yourself. Behave yourself over there. Behave yourself.
I'm behaving.
And anyone who places an order today before midnight, and your order contains anything from our 3-inch collection, you will be gifted this cute little house that I painted right here. And that's the only way you can get this house. This house will go into retirement after today.
Anita says, yeah, your parents are calling. They want their house back.
They want their house back?
Yeah, because we're going to move stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's right. We're stalling. That's why we're live for so long. We're stalling. I want to make sure this glue is dry.
I can't believe you've been standing for that long. I couldn't.
You couldn't stand this long?
No, my knees be killing me.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I like to stand when I'm crafting. Okay. Now we're going to, and this may just be a disaster, y'all. Who knows? We're going to find out together, though. I'm going to take a small paintbrush, one that I don't care too much about. This one's kind of a little bit like flared out. It's not nice and pointy anymore, so if it gets ruined and there's any wet glue there, I don't care. I'm okay with it. It'll be okay. So we are going to take some, we could try the rusty hinge, or the distressed oxide rusty hinge. We used to have this in our shop. Well, it's just, we're sold out and I have never restocked it. But I'm just gonna get some on there good on my brush. And we're just going to, but a lot of the craft stores carry this. And we're just gonna add a little bit on top of all the little spots where we got our glue on there. A stencil brush works best. I just didn't want to go in there with my stencil brushes right now because my glue might still be a little bit wet. But if you let your glue dry completely and use a little mini stencil brush, you get a good speckling look with the distressed oxide. But this works too. looks good. Looking good. See, that was a happy little mistake. The glue definitely gives it some more texture than it would otherwise have. All right, let's see. Get all the spots. It's getting quiet in here.
Because you're, you know, in the middle of, you know, painting and you're concentrating.
Yes. That's one way to shut me up, is to put a paintbrush in my hand and get me detail painting on something.
Yeah.
That's the one way.
Is that all I gotta do?
That's all you gotta do.
That's all I gotta do is get you detail painting.
Yep, get me detailed painting on something. All right. What do y'all think? What are y'all thinking? Doesn't that look good? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right.
Yeah, she does have a mat that she stands on.
I do. It's like one of those, like, I don't know, what is it called?
They are comfortable mats.
I forget what they're called. Something.
It's a mat.
I know, but there's a name for them.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a, I don't remember what it's called, but there's a name for them. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it's like a cushion mat. So it takes the stress off your
feet
and ankles and hips and everything. Y'all, we painted them all. I cannot believe we painted them all. Every single one of them. I will bring them kind of to the center here so you
I'm
can
gonna
see.
zoom out.
I'll put all the farm ones together.
Okay.
And all the summer ones together. Am I in the screen? Am I in the window?
Yeah, because I zoomed out, so they're all.
And then we've got the house. That's the one that you're gonna get if you.
A fatigue mat.
Fatigue mat, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So we've got our summer bundle. Can you see it? We've got our summer bundle. Whoa, you can really see all the mess.
Well, okay, hold on.
You see all that, the mess. Let me move them up, that way they can zoom in and they can see them better. We've got our farm bundle on the right here on this side, and then we got our summer bundle over there. And then the house is what you're gonna get if you get any of the bundles. You can probably zoom in a little bit, well, maybe not. And real quick, before we announce the winner, let me recap and show you. We've got our little barn. Let's see what a couple of these look like in there. Oh, I don't have the magnets in them yet. But see the difference? That's what happens if you don't have the magnetic technology that we took advantage of. But once you do have your magnet, your metal on the back, because every sign is gonna come with the metal, then when you hold it up and you show it and you tilt it and you lean it, it's not gonna fall out. Can you grab that one? I'll just be more careful.
Yeah,
But I'll show you in the overhead. There's our little milk jug. There's our little tractor. So cute. Here's our eggs.
The eggs.
Our little sheep. I want to see the little chicken in there.
The little chicken.
The little chicken. How stinking cute. So cute. I think the manila look really cool in there too. Very fun, very cool, very cute. But it comes with the high, so it comes with kind of an everyday one. And then we have
the medium stand.
The medium stand is what I used for the barn. The small stand is what I used for the flower. And of course that can come out, and you can add different little inserts for that as well. The sunshine, all the things. And then we've got the one that we're gifting to, well, let me show you this one first. We've got our door hanger. It comes with the little, what is that called again? Pinwheel. But you can add, how cute this is. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be cute. So cute with the little house that we're giving for free today with any orders that are placed today before midnight. Let's see, we could throw a little tulip in there. Super cute. Add a little pop of color. Put the little barn in there. So see how easily you can change it out and do different things. But it comes with the pinwheel, and you paint that whatever color you want. But today we are gifting the little doily. The little doily, it comes with the little flower. Of course, paint it whatever color you want. But again, you can put any of the inserts into it. This one is probably one of my top favorites, is the little doily. Super cute. That's so cute. How cute is that with the little watermelon? So cute. Oh, I love that. Well, this will probably end up at my house like this. Probably end up at my house like this. I love the dragonfly. That turned out super cute. Patriotic time. Throw your little star in there. So fun. But this is the one we're gifting.
I'm gonna say probably give that to your mom.
Good. You always like to give my crafts away to my mom. My mom likes the crafts.
The dragonfly.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we are going to gift the doily to someone here who's watching today, who shared the video, and let us know in the comments. Tim is, if you're new here, Tim is going to scroll through the comments, and when I say stop, he is going to stop, and the first name that he sees that showed us that you shared the video, it doesn't matter if it's Facebook or YouTube, he is going to stop there, and he is going to write down that name, and that person is, the only stipulation is you have to live in the US or Canada, because we only ship to the US and Canada, okay? All right, you ready, Tim?
Sure.
You're gonna get the unfinished version of this so you can paint it your own color choices, okay? Just to clear that up. So, all right, you ready?
All right, yep.
All right.
Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep those names a rolling. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. A winner. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep those names a rolling. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. A winner. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep those names a rolling. Scrolling, scrolling. Stop. It's about damn time.
I had to go a long time because we've been on a long time and there's lots of names to scroll through. So I wanted to make sure he had some good scrollage in to make sure he covers all the bases before I tell him to stop. Patty's like, stop. Patty's like, stop right here on my comment. All right. Oh, we're in sync. Look at that. Did you hear that? We're like in sync with each other.
There's no proof. There's no proof
no
whatsoever.
proof. There's video proof. It's here forever.
Nope. 30 days.
Well, yeah, it's here for 30 days. It used to be locked in the internet forever. Now it's only locked in for 30 days.
It's right there.
Oh, you're going to make me bend down and pick it up? Okay. Oh.
Versus me getting out of my chair and bending over.
You know, he said they're going, I can't believe you've been standing there for 30 minutes or 2 hours. I can't believe you stood there. Now bend over and pick something up. See how well that mat really works. All right, we have Miss Sandy Huzzard.
Hello.
Drum roll. Miss Sandy Huzzard. Miss Sandy Huzzard, girlfriend. Send us an email. Christy's team at christyscraftroom.com. Email Christy's team at christyscraftroom.com. And we will get your little doily bundle, doily set sent out to you. I guess it's not a bundle, but your doily set. I'm glad you had a great afternoon with us. We had a great afternoon with you guys too. Today was fun. It was fun to just paint. It was fun to hang out. It was fun to get all these done. I can't believe that's a lot of painting. It's a lot of painting for one live. So,
well, that was a long live. 2 hours and 20 minutes.
It was. Now you're going to go home and take a nap. I think I need a nap.
Nope.
No?
Can't take a nap yet.
No nap?
Nope.
Darn it. Cup of coffee?
You're going to have a cup of coffee.
You going to stop and buy me a cup of coffee on the way?
No. stop at the house and get a cup of coffee because there's stuff I got to take out of my truck.
Yes, Miss Melissa. Tim, can you throw it on the overhead one last time so she can snap a picture so she has it for reference for when she's crafting all hers. Let me squish them in together so he can zoom in nice and close for you.
There's not really much zooming in.
Well, zoom it in as close as you can. Might have to do like maybe zoom one side and zoom the other.
Come on.
And then you can zoom out your photo too when you screenshot it. So I should smile.
Oh, wrong way. Yeah, that's about it right there. Oh my God, you are such a square.
Well, if they're snapping screenshots, I gotta look cute.
You are such a square.
All right, guys, grab your screenshots. You guys, thanks for hanging out. We love you. Miss Sandy Huzzard, shoot us an email so that we can get your little doily set out to you. And thank you guys for hanging out. Love you guys. Happy shopping. Don't forget, by midnight tonight, and you will get the little house set for free. Wait, overhead is up there. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, okay.